Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark our champions! Good up, Pepe! Goal!
It doesn't get any better than that!
Welcome to Belson Stadium at St. John's University in Queens. My name is Noah Zimmerman, behind the camera is JP Segato, and today we have a major season finale coming up in the NPSL North Atlantic Conference. It's OSNER'S FC taking on Hartford City with playoffs and the division title on the line. Both sides have already met this season. Hartford took care of business in Connecticut 2-0, and now they are just 1 point away from clinching the division title. OSNER'S, on the other hand, need a win to ensure a trip to the postseason. Just a quick look at the table. The top 4 teams will advance. OSNER'S currently 2 points ahead of American Soccer Club New York, though American Soccer Club do have a game in hand. Hartford City, 6 points clear of New Haven. Again, 1 more point should seal the title. And don't forget, at halftime, we will be showing you the Game and Frame nominees for Save of the Month. And don't forget to take a look. You can also see them on Instagram at Game and Frame. You can vote there before midnight, Sunday, the 29th. And coming up on Game and Frame, your home for grassroots soccer, we have a trio of USL 2 games coming up for you. On the 29th, the Long Island Rough Riders take on Hudson Valley Hammers. It's at 6 p.m. Then, on July 2nd, the Staten Island Monarchs play the Rough Riders. That's at 7 p.m. And at 7:30, Ironbound SC take on Morris Elite. Today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic. Salt have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The air case uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount, so scan the QR code to get 10% off. Keep it fresh. Don't go anywhere. OSNER'S and Hartford City coming up next. Welcome back to Belson Stadium
Once again, ladies
here
and
at St.
gentlemen,
John's.
welcome to Belson Stadium, the home of the OSNER'S Lions. And today, the matchup is a rematch of last week between Hartford City FC and your hometown OSNER'S FC.
And as the PA announcer said, a rematch of the recent match, 2-0 in favor of Hartford City the last time these sides
And
met.
here are your starting lineups. For the visiting team, Hartford City FC.
Starting lineups here.
Number 7, Andrew Bilby. Number 4, Colin Martin. Number 15, Damon Pollard. Number 5, Ethan Mounts. Number 14, Jacob Humany. Number 1, Nate DiLoretto. Halloran. Number 18, Theo Harris. Number 24, Vincenzo Dilberti. And for your hometown OSNER'S FC, number 1, Anthony Martinez. Number 44, Carlos Martinez. Number 80, Christian Aragon Ruiz. Number 77, Edgar Guzman. Number 14, Kervin Mondesir. Number 24, Khalid Daoud. Number 18, Marvin Mondesir. Number 13, Mishnaida Cherry. Number 8, Duhamel Nimi. Number 90, Mohamed Diao. And number 20, Silnik Pierre. Please stand for the national anthem.
We are just about ready to kick off here at Belson Stadium, the MPSL finale for OSNER'S FC. They take on the visiting Hartford City FC. And the last time these sides faced off 2-0, OSNER'S looking to turn the tides and punch their ticket to the playoffs. They will need a win, and also need American Soccer Club New York to drop a couple points to help them. OSNER'S looking for a third win in 4 games. They had back-to-back wins for the first time of the season against American Soccer Club and New Haven United. For Hartford City, they have not lost in a few weeks. A couple of big shutout wins before a draw against American SC. OSNER'S will get the ball rolling in half number 1. They're in their purple and orange home strip, Hartford in all white across from them. In goal for OSNER'S is Anthony Martinez. Back 4 in front of him, Marvin Mondesir, Mimi Duhamel, Mohamed Diao, and Kervin Mondesir. 3 in the midfield, it's Edgar Guzman and Christian Aragon Ruiz in the top of the midfield. The offensive midfielder is 44, Carlos Martinez. On the left wing, Khalid Daoud. On the right, it's Silnik Pierre, and up top, it's Mishnaida Cherry. So OSNER'S continue playing keep away the opening minute. For Hartford City, in goal, it's Nate DiLoretto. A back 5 in front of him, Damon Pollard, Jacob Humany, Vincenzo Dilberti, Colin Martin, and Ethan Mounts. 2 in the midfield, it's Nicholas Washington and Parker Vasic. And up top, Smith Halloran on the left, and through Bilby on the right, and up top, Theo Harris. Hartford get a taste of the ball, but lash it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Martinez will play it out to the side. OSNER'S have only been held scoreless twice this season. One of those times was the recent loss to Hartford City, as Mondesir gives up the ball. Cherry in the midfield, and Edgar Guzman works it out wide. The ball into the box, exploring an option, and takes a good deflective header. And it's cleared out by Hartford. On one bounce, pinned in, kept inside the half. A clever touch, but it won't quite work out for Silnik Pierre. Ball skirts out for a goal kick. Hartford have not been held scoreless at all this season and found the net every single time. And defensively, they've been a force as well. They've only allowed one goal in their last 3 games. OSNER'S, of course, much more hungry for the points today, much more desperate. And there's a poor, unforced error. OSNER'S will take over. Pierre leaves the ball. Or Kervin Mondesir. His throw comes back to him. Mondesir all the way back to Duhamel. And play it to the other Mondesir, Marvin. And carries up the wing. Good testing effort. Mondesir gets the ball back. This is turned around, forced all the way back to Duhamel. OSNER'S exploring down the middle, and that's a very long distance strike. Exploring with the goalkeeper off his line. Anthony Martinez was likely able to get to it in time, but it did sail wide. And second goal kick. There's Nate DiLoretto, the goalkeeper. Plays it very well to Smith Halloran. Halloran back on the ball. He's dispossessed. Coming the other way are OSNER'S Pierre. And clever move to get around a man. Plays that ball to Sherry. The middle of the park. And finally broken up by Hartford City. Slowly monitoring their options to escape. And Damon Pollard will play it back. Well, Hartford, very conservative in these opening minutes. OSNER'S attacking again. Pierre gets the ball. Exploring options. He's forced to lay it off. A long distance strike over the goal. DiLoretto had it covered. And here's how the season has unfolded for OSNER'S Football Club. Started with a win 2-1 against American Soccer Club before a tough 4-1 loss to New Haven. And they had 3 consecutive matches against New York Shockers, a scoreless draw, a 3-2 defeat, and then a 2-2 draw. Lately, OSNER'S have been able to shake off that rough patch. Their 2 wins have carried them right back into the playoff picture. A good press there by Hartford, forcing the ball all the way to Hartford's goalkeeper. Martinez distributes it, and kept in play by Kervin Mondesir. And Parker Vasic from the middle of the park distributes it. Now it's Nicholas Washington, forced all the way back to Colin Martin, the defender. And of course, you see 3 white shirts back in their own half for Hartford City, 3 of the back 5. They're pushing Damon Pollard and Ethan Mounts up the pitch just a little bit, helping the midfield effort. And Smith Halloran unable to hold on to that one. OSNER'S coming the other way. And great work and a fantastic sliding challenge to break that one up. Remove all the danger. Washington. Hartford City with their first real chance of the game entering the box, and a great step. Phenomenal work by Marvin Mondesir. And break that one up. Play it over the top. Eager ball. Defender gets ahead to it first. That's Colin Martin. The referee says that one will fly. Nate DiLoretto on top of the ball for Hartford. In the middle of the park, it's Parker Vasic, the captain. Calmly played back to DiLoretto. His ball over the top, trying to pick out Theo Harris. Harris able to get to it. He'll hold up the play. Now he charges into 3 purple shirts, plays it to the wing, and the ball into the box. Knocked away by the defender, and just poor communication there. And plays it safely, but unfortunately out for a corner, the first of the game. The first set piece of the evening. We played in by Hartford City. It's a high arcing ball towards the edge of the 6. Knocked down and a shot on goal. A brilliant save by Anthony Martinez. Ball's not clear yet, but now OSNER'S have some space to work with. Punched forward, and now a possible counter here. Met very strongly. Ball will scroll. All right, we're back. Sorry for the brief audio issues. As Hartford City gets a second chance and a second brilliant save. I'm glad we were able to come back for another stunning stop by Anthony Martinez. Called into action twice for OSNER'S. Brilliant work by the shot stopper to keep this one scoreless. Hartford City with the 2 best chances of the evening so far. Both of them denied by Martinez. Battle for the ball. OSNER'S trying to work their way back up the field. They've had the more developed attacking plays, but nothing in that final third. So this time, possession is conceded to Parker Vasic. Played out wide. Work back, Colin Martin. We'll play it all the way across the back line, and it's Jacob Humiani on the ball now. Damon Pollard met defensively by Silnick Pierre and turned back. Under a little bit of pressure, ball finds its way back to Humiani. Exploring ball to the midfield and drawing a foul is Nicholas Washington. So that midfield pair of Washington and Vasic asked to do a lot for Hartford City. You can tell they're 2 very skilled players on both sides of the ball. Back to Washington. Colin Martin steps across the line. And he'll switch play. There's Pollard. Forced back. Pollard's second attempt. This time he will work it forward to Smith Halloran. Halloran wrong foots his defender. keeps it in play, and it's knocked into the air. Along the top of the box, the ball is broken up, and OSNER'S will come away with it. Silnik Pierre dancing around, finds space for Sherry, plays it out wide. There's Mondesir. OSNER'S cut off at the midfield line. We'll switch sides and try it again. Ball now finally worked into some solid space in that midfield area. Carried forward and then delivered to Pierre. Kervin Mondesir, a little bit of space to work with. He uses it to deliver a beautiful ball into the box, and unfortunately the ball just escapes the attacker, ends up in the hands of Nate DiLoretto. But a gorgeous opportunity off a long ball for OSNER'S. On both sides, getting a taste of goal. Coming so close. Well, it could have easily been a 2-1 scoreline. Instead, we remain scoreless. Pierre turned around by a number of white shirts. Punched forward, another long ball. This one, easy work for Humieni. Space to possibly work, but a great step by Kervin Mondesir to cut that one off. Trying to redirect that ball forward, and another good slide. Enough to disturb that play. Hartford City escape with possession. Again, trying to pick out Halloran. They do so. Halloran charging forward. A second purple shirt comes over, and his long ball. Emphasis on the long. Barely kept in. Not kept in at all, in fact. The linesman flag comes up. Good work by the OSNER'S defense to force a poor final ball. Now from inside their own defensive third, they'll concede possession right back to Hartford. This one will be a throw right along midfield. Jacob Humieni. Another long ball from him. This one, and keeper was calling for it. He's off his line. A better touch there could have spelled danger. Ball very nearly back to the feet of Washington. Instead, it's Silnik Pierre dancing away. A gorgeous step to get away from Halloran. And deliver that ball forward, and it just evades Khalid Daoud. Daoud smelling opportunity with that one. Extended, trying to reach that ball, but it just wasn't in the cards for him. Parker Vasic plays it to Humieni. Lays it to Diliberti. Now Ethan Mounts carries into the midfield. Great first touch passing by Hartford City. Now they'll have to tough out the defensive challenge by OSNER'S. That's what they do. And gorgeous work. Beautiful pocket of space, but it is disturbed and broken up. Good work in the end by Mimi Duhamel, OSNER'S captain. Quarter of an hour played here at St. John's Belson Stadium. Somehow still scoreless, despite a plethora of golden opportunities. Andrew Bilby has to give that ball up. It's all the way back with DiLoretto. Another long ball. Trying to pick out something along the wing. Hartford City forced to settle with a throw-in. And they'll take their time, allow the match to finally breathe. It's been a great opening half so far. Another good battle for the ball. Washington able to get on the end of that one. Pushes it forward. Theo Harris dancing around, still somehow in possession. Harris concedes to Mounts. Mounts delivers it to the box, gets around a few defenders. OSNER is able to get to it in the end. Mishnader Cherry met by a couple white shirts, but still he proceeds with the ball. Definite concern is the captain, Parker Vasic, left in a heap. I believe he got stepped on as Sherry was trying to continue with possession. Did not look like a deliberate stomp, as Sherry was fighting through two white shirts to remain on the ball. The captain, Vasic, comes off. He was walking fine after that, so he will stay on. Of course, Hartford City very unhappy with the lack of call there. Definitely a dangerous play if he was clipped by Sherry. Hartford do get the free kick further down the field. That's why they have the ball now. Washington sprinting away from a defender. Turn ball, a little too far for him. Andrew Bilby charges through the midfield, unleashes a great ball, just too powerful. A phenomenal opportunity. Good look on the break for Hartford City. If you like today's match, don't forget to tune in here on Game & Frame, your home for grassroots soccer. We have a trio of USL 2 matches coming up for you this week. On the 29th at 6 p.m., it's the Long Island Rough Riders taking on Hudson Valley Hammers, 6 p.m. Then on July 2nd at 7 p.m., Staten Island Monarchs take on the Rough Riders. And at 7:30, Ironbound SC play Morris Elite. You can watch those right here on Game & Frame, your home for grassroots soccer. OSNER'S under pressure. He'll get that ball all the way back to Martinez in goal. He plays it all the way. A gorgeous first touch. Now carrying forward. A gorgeous ball through the center. Going for the jugular now. OSNER'S dancing around a few white shirts, but there's too many defenders in the end. The play is sliced up. Edgar Guzman carrying forward. Guzman's ball. Good intention. Vincenzo Diliberti first to get to it. Good press here by OSNER'S and clever footwork to clear just enough space to break it. Good physical play, but Hartford able to get ahead to it first through Bilby. And they'll move upfield now for the throw. Guzman pushes it wide. He has space to get it back, but possession will stay with OSNER'S with the free kick. Taken relatively quickly and sent out to Kervin Mondesir. Juan Paniagua to Mimi Dumahal. Good long ball, kept down by Mondesir. Kervin Mondesir trying to clear space from his defender. Under hot pursuit there. It was Damon Pollard who turned him around. Anthony Martinez now getting in on the offensive action. Keeps his foot on the gas for OSNER'S. They are able to break into the opposing defending third. Marvin Mondesir now. Let's go with the ball. Out to Curvin. Paniagua. Hartford able to turn away. They will enjoy the ball, and they'll ensure it by sending it back to their goalkeeper. Di Loretto gets that ball out, and a beautiful chest out by Damon Pollard. Will he get on the other end of that ball? Washington enters the box, lets the ball go, the whistle blows, and there is a penalty called in the 23rd minute. A gorgeous attacking move rewarded in the end for Hartford City. Nicholas Washington darts into the penalty area, and he did very well to get that ball away, draw contact, and earn the whistle. It will be Parker Vasic stepping up. Will there be a third moment of glory for goalkeeper Anthony Martinez, who's made two terrific stops. Both of them were to his left. We'll see if Parker Vasic tests that same side or if he goes to his left. Midfielder standing behind this one. Parker Vasic into the net. Bottom corner, tucked beautifully just past the reach of Martinez. Hartford City are on the board. It's 1-0 in the first half. It was a great attacking move to earn the penalty. And Vasic able to put an exclamation point on the end of it. So first blood drawn here at Belson Stadium. OSNER'S will have to respond quickly. They need more than just a draw today. Their playoff hopes are on the line. Another ball over the top, and good defensive header by Diliberti. Smith, Halloran battling for that one. Guzman coming away the other way for OSNER'S. A wild battle for the ball as it bounces between teams and finally calms down at the feet of Mimi Duhamel. Edgar Guzman. There's Marvin Mondesir. Edgar Guzman carries forward, finds Silnik Pierre. Pierre has options, plays it to the middle. And there is a poor concession of possession. OSNER is able to knock it out for a throw before Hartford can do damage on the counter. Martinez on the ball. Paniagua pushes forward. Edgar Guzman through the midfield, somehow able to stay in possession are OSNER'S, but not for much longer as Vasic comes away with it and tries to play Andrew Bilby. Does not quite end up. That ball knocked out for a throw in the other way. Back to Paniagua. OSNER'S trying to make something work. Been switching that ball a lot. Just trying to find just a little crack in the Hartford defense. Again, with 5 in the back. Hartford defending strongly. A long distance strike. Ushered out of play. Don't believe the goalkeeper got a touch to that one. Nate DiLoretto just ensuring that the ball wasn't a dangerous one. Now he'll restart play from a goal kick. Goal kick delivered into OSNER'S territory. Nicholas Washington pushed it right back into OSNER'S territory. Now Hartford in possession will bring it into their own half and draw a foul just on that side of the half line. A gorgeous ball knocked forward for Pollard. Damon Pollard trying to take on his man, has an option in the box. It's Andrew Bilby. Bilby has a go. Bilby has a beautiful goal. And Hartford City has doubled their advantage. It's 2-0 in the first half. A gorgeous left-footed strike by Andrew Bilby finds its way into the right-hand corner. Not much that Anthony Martinez could do about that one. OSNER'S now in a 2-goal hole. OSNER'S restarting again. Now they'll really need to do something. It would be great if they could claw back one of these goals before the break. Got about 20 minutes to do so. Mondes here pushes it forward. It's very tough to get through that left side. OSNER'S doing very well to pin it inside of Hartford's territory, but a great challenge by Washington ensures that OSNER'S time on the ball comes to a screeching halt. Halloran plays it to Damon Pollard. This is what just created their last goal. Pollard into the box, the ball in front of the net, and it just goes wide. Not sure if it took a deflection. The referee says it did. That may have saved what could have been a clear third goal. And it will be a corner for the visitors as they look to pile the goals on to an already increasing lead. Parker Vasic delivers the ball. Top of the box, lashed back in and cleared a second time. Hopefully a final time for OSNER'S. Nicholas Washington plays it back to Nate DiLoretto. And Vasic keeps it in play. Parker Vasic's ball, an exploratory one, somehow finds its way to Theo Harris, who darts and finds an opportunity and finds a third beautiful save. Anthony Martinez got his paws in front of that one. A third time. He's definitively saved a great strike. Oh, without that man in goal, this would be a monumental task for OSNER'S. They definitely have more than enough time to find their way back into this one. About a quarter of an hour remaining in half number 1. Nicholas Washington pushes that ball forward, Theo Harris again tries to play that ball towards goal. Was possibly looking to catch the goalkeeper Martinez off his line. Ball just sailed past that top corner. I believe we will have a break here. It's a quick hydration stop. So it was a hot one here in New York today. And we will resume with another 15 minutes of this opening half. I'll take this time to thank our sponsor. So today's Game and Frame broadcast is brought to you by Salt Athletic. Salt has made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The Aircase uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount, so scan the QR code to get 10% off and keep it fresh. And don't forget to stay tuned at the break for Game and Frame's Save of the Month nominees. You can watch our selections, and I'm sure if voting was extended, you could have seen the ones that we already saw in this first half there. But you can take a look at the nominees at the break right here on this broadcast. And don't forget to vote on Instagram at Game and Frame. You have until Sunday night at midnight. All right, the break comes to a quick end as the 22 players step back onto the pitch. 2 goals on the score sheet so far. Parker Vasic from the penalty spot in the 23rd minute, and Andrew Bilby with a great left-footed strike in the 29th. The clock says it's the 34th minute. Of course, with that 2-minute break, I'm sure we'll see quite a few in stoppage time. And the OSNER'S will restart play. Paniagua to Martinez. Duhamel. There's Edgar Guzman. Carlos Martinez getting some time on the ball. A long ball again by OSNER'S. Trying to hit the fast forward button on the build-up. They're lucky to remain in possession. It's Carlos Martinez to the corner. Kervin Mondesir somehow keeps that ball in. Khalid Dahoud. And it's back with Carlos Martinez. Martinez slows it down, explores his options, and he'll play it to Edgar Guzman. Guzman carries forward to Dahoud. Khalid Dahoud searching for something, lays it off, tries to get it back, and there's too many white shirts in the way of that one. Danger is not gone yet for Hartford City. OSNER'S right back. Dahoud lays it off, gives it up to Guzman, and the ball will work its way to the left-hand side and quickly back to the center. Carlos Martinez to Edgar Guzman. Guzman forward to Sherry. Sherry tries to turn, and he's dispossessed. Washington hits the brakes and delivers a long ball. Hartford City trying to go the other way, trying to catch OSNER'S on the back foot. They're unable to do so without drawing the referee's whistle. Free kick will send it the other way. OSNER'S will take over. Ball driven forward and cleared. OSNER'S throw. Into the final 10 minutes plus stoppage time of this opening frame. And a poor giveaway. Hartford City looking to add a third on the counter. Forced to hold up just a little bit for Smith Halloran to join the attack. Smith has help. Finds Damon Pollard. Pollard back to Halloran. Halloran dancing around. Back to Pollard. Parker Vasic shrugging off very physical challenge, unable to do so for much longer. A great takeaway by Daoud. Khalil Daoud delivers it forward, too strong for Sherry. Off his line very well to knock that one clear was Nate DiLoretto. Carlos Gonzalez delivers a long ball, that one too long. DiLoretto watches that one bounce out for a goal kick. And plenty of time for the ball to hit the back of the net for a third time in this half. Hartford looking the more likely to do so, but OSNER'S have had some terrific plays. If they can just get that final ball to work out, and there likely won't be anything that DiLoretto can do in the Hartford City net. Mondesir keeps it in play for Daoud. Daoud's ball intercepted. Khalid Daoud and Edgar Guzman. Guzman draws the whistle. So it will be a free kick for OSNER'S. Setting it down is Christian Aragon Ruiz. Juan Paniagua is asking for the honors, but it looks like it will be down to him or Silnik Pierre. Silnik standing with his left foot poised to strike. Paniagua with his right. There's 4 white shirts in the wall for Hartford City. Pierre has a go towards goal. A brilliant stop that looked destined for the top corner. Nate DiLoretto said no. Corner here for OSNER'S, looking to capitalize with the second consecutive set piece. Who were denied the brilliant stop. And this time they have a header, and that one directed wide. 2 phenomenal opportunities off the set piece for OSNER'S. They are still in this game, despite the 2-goal deficit. As it stands, this match has the same scoreline as the previous one. And it seems very unlikely that over the next 50 minutes of game action, that will stay the same. Punched forward and cleaned up by OSNER'S. Mimi Duhamel. Paniagua. To Edgar Guzman. Guzman works it back to Mimi Duhamel. The captain Duhamel for OSNER'S has had a lot of work to do today. Mishneider Sherry trying to create something on the edge of the box. Unable to do so, but OSNER'S still in possession. Edgar Guzman forward and dispossessed very decisively. There's a foul with a likely yellow card on the end of it. Going into the book is Khalid Daoud, the first yellow of the evening. So Daoud with the foul on Nicholas Washington to bring a possible counter to a halt. That ball sneaks over the head of the assailant. And the referee saying that it took a touch off of Daoud. Nothing more will come of that one. Just a goal kick. Taken quickly, Duhamel. Mondes here and Duhamel passing back and forth, finally finding its way to Guzman. Guzman unleashes another long ball. He's had a number of those in half number one. Good battle for the ball. Christian Aragon Ruiz is on top of that one. Guzman carries forward. Still Guzman tries a shot through two white shirts. It goes predictably. Hartford right back the other way. Not enough gas for a counterattack. And a very late but effective slide challenge. And another foul. That one likely drawing the first yellow for Hartford City. A retaliatory knock the other way. That was a rash challenge for sure. One out of frustration. As the referee Kenny has let this match go with some physicality for sure. And this one way too physical. And players still down for OSNER'S. So both teams into the book. We are ready to resume following the stoppage. Well, remember what OSNER'S did with their last two set pieces. A terrific free kick and a good header opportunity off the resulting corner. This free kick not coming in from dead ahead. It's from quite some distance. And we'll see if OSNER'S still challenge that goal. Knocked into the air, headed away, and that strike will not challenge the goal whatsoever. Into the final of the 45 minutes of half number one. Should have at least a few minutes of stoppage time due to the hydration break and brief injury stoppage. De Loretto's ball ends up in possession of Hartford City. Pollard's ball, a good dangerous one, and Parker Vasic will have a very optimistic lash at it. He's unable to keep that one down. It sails well out of the stadium. And with a brand new ball, OSNER'S will look for a taste of the score sheet before the first 45 minutes are up. Flicked ahead brilliantly. And a little too much pace on that ball. Still in possession of OSNER'S, but a sliding effort, not enough to contain it. Smith dispossessed. Khalid Daoud, a heavy touch, and Pollard slams it out of play.
Come on guys, let's get the ball. Sammy here.
Thrown in, Juan Paniagua. His long ball, a dangerous one, trying to find an OSNER'S head. Instead it is knocked out of play for possibly one last set piece opportunity. OSNER'S FC have been very, very dangerous off the dead ball. This one to be sent in by Christian Aragon Ruiz. Outswinging ball. Finds a head. A glancing header. If it had power behind it, it could have been directed on goal. But nothing comes of that set piece. Continue into the stoppage time. Di Loretto again back into OSNER'S territory. Duhamel chased down and forced to play it to his goalkeeper. Anthony Martinez under pressure. Paniagua under pressure. The ball finds its way, nevertheless, to Kervin Mondesir, and that will be the final action of the first half. It is 2-0 in favor of Hartford City FC.
At halftime, OSNER'S 0, Hartford City 2.
And don't go anywhere. We will be right back with Game and Frame's Save of the Month nominees. You can watch those right here and on Instagram at Game and Frame.
Heat up top. Can't quite control it. Blasky back out with a long shot. Oh, and the touch on the crossbar. A great save there from the keeper.
Redirected. Oh, Josh Levine. Superhuman gut reaction.
And Richmond County FC versus Greek Americans also playing as well as Sullivan could be in. Right footed shot! Corella is called into a big time save.
Saved! Gino Savoni redeems himself with a magnificent dive.
There, but no call. The shot tipped over. What a save by Chilingarian. Every single inch of him needed to get that one.
Great ball. Giuseppe Barone, left footed shot, stopped incredibly well. Aldo Munoz.
The outlet player, and Cuso comes out with it, has a hit, and oh, what a touch by Delson. I can't believe he got fingertips to that one. I'm not sure if that was a deflection or just the shot, but what an athletic save from Delson to keep that ball out of the net.
To cement their second victory. Here comes the ball looking for Tim DeMay. DeMay takes a shot, and there's a save by Dennis Mejia.
Points. Shot, but he savage! Swatting it away just in time, just enough bounce.
Welcome back for the second half between OSNER'S Football Club and Hartford City FC here at St. John's University's Belson Stadium in Queens, New York. It's a 2-0 advantage for the visiting Hartford City. That was the scoreline when the two sides faced off last time. And the OSNER'S will need to start clawing their way back into this one if they want the points necessary for their playoff push. For those who were watching at the break and saw those terrific saves in the Game and Frame Save of the Month nominations, don't forget to head over to Instagram at Game and Frame. You can vote for which one you think should win. You have until Sunday at midnight. And 2 goals in the first half. Parker Vasic from the penalty spot to open the scoring. And then Andrew Bilby doubled the advantage. So the whistle blows for half number 2. Hartford City in white will get the ball rolling. Very quickly handed over to OSNER'S. Cherry fighting through contact. He finally loses out on possession, and a foul comes along with it as he left his foot out. Along the back line, go Hartford. Colin Martin's ball disrupted by the header of Kervin Mondesir. The captain Mimi Duhamel for OSNER'S. Back to the goalkeeper Anthony Martinez, who's had a number of fantastic stops despite the 2 goals he's conceded. Shielding off contact there. Continuing to work forward is OSNER'S. The ball into the box. Reaching it first is Hartford. Unable to get rid of it cleanly. And it will be an OSNER'S corner. First set piece of the second frame. With the sun setting behind them, OSNER'S deliver the ball into the box. It's disrupted before it can be hammered goalwards. The second chance takes a deflection. We'll do it again. A brand new corner. The hosts looked very dangerous off the dead ball towards the end of the first half. That one ends up in a header, but does not challenge goalkeeper Nate DiLoretto. Ball knocked back into play. Long ball, but controlled by Juan Paniagua. This is Mimi and Marvin Mondesir. Turning into space is Edgar Guzman. Unleashes a diagonal ball picked up by the other Mondesir, Kervin. He pushes the ball into the box, and it took a great header to disrupt that one. Ball's not gone until just this second. Hartford able to steer away the danger. OSNER'S asking for a foul as arms were everywhere. Good ball delivered forward for Christian Aragon Ruiz. Step over. Didn't quite create the space necessary for OSNER'S. Sliding challenge keeps the ball pinned in, and they're able to take it right back. Christian Aragon Ruiz tries to get it, but Hartford able to cause just enough problems to put an end to that one. And the field lights are on now as the daylight finally departs us. Hartford trying to work out of their own half. Ethan Mounts to Nicholas Washington. Andrew Bilby, one of the goal scorers, back in possession, finds the other goal scorer, Parker Vasic. Pushed forward, too far forward as the linesman flag comes up on the near side. Duhamel. Ball skirts over to Mondesir. Mondesir's ball to Silnick Pierre. Just kept in play. Silnick has his ball knocked out for another corner. Third of the half already for OSNER'S. Taken quickly and short. Christian Aragon Ruiz into the box. Defensive header into the air. OSNER'S back in possession. Exploring at the top of the box. Headed forward by Guzman, but unable to keep it under control. Flicked right back into play by Marvin Mondesir. Duhamel able to keep that in OSNER'S possession until they tested the opposing half. That ball is hit a little too heavily. Throw in goes to the goalkeeper, Anthony Martinez. Humi Duhamel into the midfield, carried forward by Edgar Guzman. Physical presence deterring a run forward. Mondesir, his ball over the top. Mish Nader Cherry trying to keep it down, but it's hit too heavily for him. A good defensive step by Mondesir, and a late sliding challenge knocks down Christian Aragon Ruiz. And into the book is Colin Martin, the defender, in the 52nd minute. This is a dangerous spot for another OSNER'S set piece. Two standing on top of this one. It's number 80, Christian Aragon Ruiz. And it looks like the one who is taking this one might be Carlos Martinez. Ruiz does knock it into the box. Kept in play, but only for a few more seconds. Some displeasure from the OSNER'S coaches and onlookers as they felt that play was rushed. Some more time ticks off the clock. There is plenty for OSNER'S. They need to make the most of their chances. Hartford City's throw. Controlled but pressed. Still with the visitors. And now it's with OSNER. Knocked out of play. Physical stop. Out for a throw. Still pushing and chasing. Now without the ball is OSNER'S. Andrew Bilby to Ethan Mounts. Mounts' return ball into traffic, and OSNER'S come away with it. Clever flick by Pierre. Ruiz and Carlos Martinez do well to keep that ball. Guzman's ball forward to Sherry. Sherry out wide, and that one too heavily hit. Linesman's flag shows that Hartford City will come away with this one. Leaping header by Nicholas Washington. Paniagua chases into his own half. Guzman to Martinez. Carlos Martinez physically in for a 50-50 ball. Hartford were asking for a foul, but instead they have possession. Entering the attacking third, Smith Halloran, and a long-distance strike, calmly knocked into the ground by Anthony Martinez, the goal stopper. That was Parker Vasic, the number 10 in the middle of the field for the visitors. Another eager ball over the top. That one knocked down by Martin. Washington under heavy pressure. And a late whistle does give him possession. This Hartford City set piece likely to be taken quickly. And they are making a substitution. A player being told to take the quickest route off the field and step to the near touchline. And it's Ethan Mounts departing for Hartford City. In his place is Colin Goodhines. Whistle sounds once more. OSNER'S right back into possession off the throw. Paniagua sends his long ball into traffic, but kept in possession by OSNER'S. Fighting for it is Christian Aragon Ruiz. He's able to help win it. The ball sent into an awkward pocket, but cleaned up by the visitors. De Loreto sends it skyward once more. OSNER'S pick it up in the midfield. Carlos Martinez to Juan Paniagua. Kervin Mondesir pushes it forward. And the whistle blows there. A Hartford City player left in a heap on the ground. We are getting close to the frustrative part of the evening. A 2-goal disadvantage for OSNER'S, a difficult one to work their way back from against such a good defensive side. Yellow card shown. And is OSNER'S ball to work with. And players and refs done deliberating. The set piece will not be in a position to score from. And players lining up on the edge of the 18-yard box. ball comes in, but the only head to reach it is a Hartford City one. The ball somehow takes a bounce inside the box. And it lingers for just a second. Paniagua to Guzman. Guzman peeking for an option. Marvin Mondesier helps it forward, trying to find Pierre. The flag comes up, putting an end to a good move forward. Mish Nader-Cherry flagged for the infraction. Andrew Bilby, and the goal scorers for the visiting Hartford City. It's the next substitute to go. Ball controlled by Pierre. Guzman. Ball still with OSNER'S. An awkward one for the goalkeeper to step out and play, and he is hit well after releasing that ball by Theo Harris. The goalkeeper Martinez unhappy, and rightfully so, for taking that knock. A couple hands in the back, but no whistle from the referee as Guzman remains in his quest in possession. Pushes it forward. Guzman gets it right back. Sent forward into space. And that touch, unfortunately, lets them down. Clever play by Hartford City. And that ball knocked away from their feet. They're asking for something from the referee, something that is not coming. And wide open opportunity. Theo around the goalkeeper has a shot. And there is the third for Hartford City. Theo Harris sneaks it around Anthony Martinez. An unfortunate error by OSNER'S to open that opportunity up. And the striker was not going to miss from that one. So that third goal might just be the one that seals victory for the visitors. The second consecutive victory over OSNER'S. There's a little bit of barking between the sides following the third mark to the goal sheet. And a little pull back should draw a yellow. The referee not too interested in showing that yellow despite a clear pull back to the shoulder. He may have shown it there. A little unclear on the other side of the field. OSNER'S FC taking this free kick with orange and purple skies behind them. Picturesque opportunity to find their first goal of the evening. and avoid a third clean sheet against them. That free kick does not result in anything else other than a Hartford clearance. That one decisively sent. OSNER'S goalkeeper all the way over to collect it. And it's thrown out to him. Still Nick Pierre. His long ball cut out. You can notice in the second half just how ineffective OSNER'S long balls have been compared to the first half, where they were able to create quick offense off of them, just nothing paying off for them in the second 45 minutes. You know, all of these long balls, a little over-eager, not enough communication on them. And Hartford City able to break them apart with ease. There's a chance for a fourth. Controlled down. And just mishit there. Troy Miller, one of the subs for Hartford. Another sub here for OSNER'S. Another goal scorer leaves the pitch. This time it's Theo Harris. Mateo Azambuja enters the fray. Pierre, two white shirts on him, picks his pass wisely. Under very heavy traffic, somehow OSNER is able to work away from it. Return ball for Silnick Pierre. Tries to dribble past the defender. And a great defensive effort. Recycles it for a corner. Another OSNER'S set piece. In swinging corner from Ruiz. Trying to find a head. Well, once again, it's only one in a white shirt. The ball eludes everyone. Travels out of play. You can just see there the frustration for OSNER'S in a tough hole after working their way back into the playoff picture. In the season finale, things not going their way as the whistle will blow there. And the sliding challenge by Edgar Guzman. The OSNER'S did so well to earn themselves an opportunity to be playing for postseason action. Only one win on the season until the last couple weeks. They picked up a 2-1 win over American Soccer Club and 4-2 over New Haven. And with those, they are on the verge of that fourth and final spot. That move out of their own defensive third by OSNER is cut short, and possibly a frustration foul as Parker Vasic again knocked to the ground, the captain. And OSNER'S players are not happy with each other. Hartford players are not happy with the OSNER'S players. Though at the moment, their frustrations are directed at the referee, asking how many more times their captain has to be knocked to the ground before it produces a yellow. While we take this break, we'll look ahead at what's coming up on Game and Frame, your home for grassroots soccer. A trio of USL League 2 games coming up for you on Sunday the 29th at 6 p.m. The Long Island Rough Riders play Hudson Valley Hammers. Then on July 2nd at 7 p.m., the Staten Island Monarchs take on the Long Island Rough Riders. And at 7:30, Ironbound SC play Morris Elite. You can watch all of those games right here on Game & Frame, your home for grassroots soccer. A couple of subs here. We have Mohamed Dia has entered play for OSNER'S. So has Serge Anthony Lucien. Serge Anthony Lucien, his first exploration on the ball, plays it back to his defensive line and carried forward. Paniagua plays it across. It's headed away by Hartford. Silnik Pierre, a heavy touch, and that'll let down Edgar Guzman. Clever play forward by Mateo Azambuja. He'll have to beat his defender a second time. It's the captain. And clever work. And still with Azambuja. And finally lashed clear by OSNER'S. Still with Hartford. And we'll slow things down a second. And then it's right back to the attack. Clever flick by Azambuja. OSNER'S come away with it, and they're going to look to get downfield in a hurry. OSNER'S trying to avoid what would be a third clean sheet held against them this season. It would be a double for Hartford City. Silnik Pierre taps it forward, fired out of play. Serge Anthony Lucien right back on the ball. Lucien dispossessed. And poor giveaway inside their own half. Lucien lets it go to Sherry. His shot is too high. Schneider Sherry let down on his effort. It's a golden opportunity for OSNER'S first of the evening. They've had a few of those. So we'll halt things. So OSNER'S trying to make their way right down. Here's Pierre. A good switch of play for the hosts. And now a second ball trying to enter the box. Headed away by Hartford. Only as far as Juan Paniagua. He's forced to turn it around. Goalkeeper Anthony Martinez finds the captain Mimi Duhamel. Duhamel to Pierre. Serge Lucien. An overeager ball, not hit nearly well enough. OSNER'S pressing to win it. Unable to. The ball bounces around, calls for a handball. OSNER'S take it away. A clever flick, a shot on goal, just wide. How many chances will it take? OSNER'S knocking on the door time and time again, but still somehow kept scoreless. Ball headed out of the air by OSNER'S. Maniagua putting in some serious work along that back line. Clever tackle to keep that ball in their possession. Dribbling into the box. Wrong footing one defender, but not nearly enough. It's been the story of most of the hosts' attacks. Pierre. A diagonal ball. It would have been easy work for the goalkeeper, Di Loretto. Hartford will have to finish the defensive task, and they do. Chipped forward one more time to the top. This one will finally end up the feet of OSNER'S, or rather the hands, as they're forced to throw it back into play. Guzman chips it into the box. Heavy touch, unable to link up. And the ball will finally trickle to the goalkeeper, who clears it. Worked up the wing, knocked into the middle. Hit first time, hit too heavily. And just under 15 minutes left. The final quarter of an hour in this one. It is a 3-0 advantage for the visiting Hartford City FC. It's guided into the hands of Anthony Martinez, who distributes, and then that's a poor giveaway in the middle of the park. Hartford looking for a fourth here. A clever ball. Nate Betcher. Ball is knocked out of play. Who to touch last? It will be a corner. It's another sub, Nate Betcher. For Hartford, I believe he'll be the one taking this corner. He has one option short. It looks like he's lining up to send it long. He takes us a bounce and an acrobatic effort, not directed towards the goal. And here's a sub coming for OSNER'S. I believe that was Marvin Mondesir stepping off. Back upfield go OSNER'S. Time is running out. They definitely don't have much to earn 3 goals against such a difficult defensive side. And a sliding challenge, not able to be knocked off of the attacker. It will be a Hartford City throw. Well, if the result holds, as it looks like it will be a 3rd win in 4 games for Hartford City. It would also be a 4th consecutive game without defeat. and it would be their third clean sheet in that span. And the goals are coming in bulk for the division leaders. They're in a very comfortable spot heading into the playoffs. Clever play, but good defensive work to shield the ball. Pierre under pressure. Anthony Lucien carries across the middle and spreads it to OSNER'S right-hand side. Diagonal ball right back to Silnick Pierre on the left. Still nothing on the end of these attacking build-up plays. As Hartford again spoil the fun. Only one white shirt on that side of the field. Not enough to retain possession. Sherry, one man to beat right in front of him. Tries to beat him on pace, and he does so, but his centering ball is steered out of play. And poor use of that one. After a good chunk of time ticks off the clock, Di Loretto will restart things. Finds the head of Edgar Guzman. And a heavy hit forward by Colin Martin. Pierre. Sherry can't sneak past the white shirts. Instead, he'll give chase. A good ball forward, but not quite enough placement on it. Troy Miller was chasing that one. Good turn in the middle of the park. Pierre to Sherry. Sherry plays it all the way across. And that's a poor giveaway. An opportunity to counter and possibly catch the goalkeeper off his line. Martinez is back in goal, and he gets his hands in front of that one. A great save to keep the scoreline right where it is. Very impressive work by the goalkeeper, Anthony Martinez, once more. The scoreline does not do him justice. And surely offside there, the flag does come up. It will put an end to Hartford City's offensive movement. Whistle blows. The flag came up. A little header to buy space. OSNER'S working their way out of their own half. It's not where they want to be right now. Lucien. That ball is behind Mish Nader-Cherry. He does very well to somehow keep it in play. It doesn't stick around long enough for them to do anything with it. Duhamel throws it back in. Martinez to Paniagua. Diagonal ball trying to pick somebody out, but his long balls are getting more and more predictable, and so are their results. Di Loretto dribbles away from pressure, as does his teammate. Good opportunity to play Theo. That ball was not hit well enough to reach Troy Miller. Anthony Martinez didn't have enough options there. He was forced to play it out for a throw. Opportunity hit into the middle of the box. No white shirts running into there. The OSNER'S player hits the deck, earning a whistle. In the final 5 minutes now. 3-goal cushion. And 3 strikes coming from Vasic, the penalty, Bilby, and Harris. Harris, the lone strike in the second half. Di Loretto, the goalkeeper, pushing it out to Troy Miller. Di Loretto is only a few minutes away from what would be a phenomenal clean sheet in a division clinching effort. It would be just the 4th clean sheet of the season for Hartford, despite their strong defensive record. Best defense in the conference. And will there be a 4th? That one surely hit too heavily. Well, it wasn't, but the flag did come up. So as this match inches closer to its conclusion, I'd like to thank our sponsor one more time, Salt Athletic. And today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic, who have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The air case uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount, so scan the QR code and keep it fresh. Another great build-up goes unfinished for OSNER'S. Hartford coming the other way. Troy Miller into space. A good flick, but the flag comes up. Anthony Martinez may have done enough to disrupt that one anyway. Only a few minutes remain for OSNER'S to spoil the visitors' clean sheet. Selnick Pierre on the ball. Finds Serge Anthony Lucien. OSNER'S not on the same page there. Hartford to take over from the throw. And if you like this broadcast and you like more local soccer, don't forget to tune in here on Game and Frame, your home for grassroots soccer. 3 USL 2 matches coming up for you this week. On the 29th, the Long Island Rough Riders play the Hudson Valley Hammers. Then on July 2nd, the Staten Island Monarchs play the Rough Riders, followed by Ironbound SC and Morris Elite. So we're at 7 and 7:30 on July 2nd. Catch those right here on Game and Frame, your home for grassroots soccer. A long-distance strike took a deflection and was kept in play by Nate DiLoretto. The goalkeeper will take a few seconds before rolling the ball out. Whistle blows a frustration foul, surely. We'll see if the referee goes back into his pocket. And he does. Another yellow on the night for OSNER'S. I believe that one was the second yellow shown. So it is a red, knocking the hosts down to just 10 men for the final minutes. Not that that will change very much. This one definitely already decided. In fact, the 90 minutes are up. So we are up to the referee's discretion in this 3-0 game. Another long ball. Duhamel and the goalkeeper Martinez is getting a few more touches on the ball for OSNER'S. It's definitely not likely at all that there is a goal in the cards after all, despite endless, beautifully worked opportunities for OSNER'S. They'll have one more go. Is there just one taste of the net in the season finale? Whistle blows. The player knocked to the ground. Free kick taken quickly. Walked towards the box. The second ball hit a little too hard. And we still don't have the final whistle. Hartford City certainly ready to get things over with and head back to the bus. The referee is sure to play every single minute. Of course, if you liked the Save of the Month nominees that we showed at halftime, don't forget to check out Game and Frame on Instagram to vote for your favorite. You have until Sunday at midnight. Perhaps a final opportunity for a fourth the other way. Hartford City keep the ball in play. Ball at the top of the box. A chance dancing around the defenders. The player hits the deck. Referee says to get up to his feet. Now OSNER'S go the other way. The ball was read well by Colin Martin. Troy Miller. Silnick Pierre watches that ball roll out of play. Quickly thrown in. Here's Ronan O'Brien, one of the substitutes. He'll have a long distance effort that will not challenge goalkeeper Anthony Martinez. Again, the visitors just pleading with the referee to save everybody a minute or two and blow for the final. But we will have another play. OSNER'S trying to find something through the middle. It's Edgar Guzman.
That's great defending, boys. He's going nowhere. Well done. He's got nowhere.
Very, very well contained by Jacob Humieni. Ball will skirt out of play. Hartford to take over. And there is the final whistle. Hartford City FC put the finishing touches on their division title. They will be heading to the playoffs. For OSNER'S, they will have to wait and see what happens with American Soccer Club, as they need them to drop points to secure that fourth and final spot in the postseason. 3-0 the final at St. John's. Goals from Vasic, Bilby, and Harris. A tough evening for OSNER'S as they fall to the league leaders. Thanks for tuning in on Game and Frame. My name's Noah Zimmerman, JP Sugato behind the camera. We'll see you next time.